8th.
September 2022. It's the final session of our 12-week program. So obviously, thanks to everyone. Individually, I really love the effort you've put in. You've kept me honest. Hopefully, I've delivered something that is unique, fulfilling, and something that you can take away for the rest of your lives. There's a couple of things outstanding when it comes to the technology side of the internship, like the website, the app. But I'm going to revisit that, later. To me, it's not a failure or anything like that. It just means we need to put more effort in it. But moving forward, I'm going to try and do a time that's a little bit more time appropriate for everyone, maybe a little bit earlier in the morning. But for those who want to stick along with the program, feel free to. I'm going to be continuing to work on it every day, like 7 o'clock every night. There's no commitment from now on. The program's done, but if you guys want to jump on a call, we'll do that. I sent Adrian a message, and I think Adrian, that was basically, from the heart what I was saying. Adrian asked me like, "Hey, Mr. Rob, what does that mean, and how do I feel?" And sort of bittersweet. Like we're coming to the end, and this is that last session, official session. So, I think we've accomplished a lot. We still have a lot more to go. However, we've built a really cool family and community. Now, I've got my personal certificates to everyone. I'm getting some static there, so if you're not, yeah. So I've got certificates to go out to everyone, and just a little small gift of, just to say thank you to everyone as well. There's a couple of things that I need to do, and I like to do them this weekend. Obviously, create a reference, write that on to your Facebook pages. I got your certificates, your gifts. But I think I might want to put a survey out as well to really understand what you liked from the program, what you didn't like, how I can improve. And, it's also that fine balance of, hey guys, we can do this, but if we do this, like, I don't want to push too hard in a certain direction as well. But yeah, I'd love your honest feedback on just the little things, timings, a little bit more coaching or direction, or having your mentors out, or, maybe the guest speakers, you didn't like them. Maybe we could have concentrated on something a little bit more cyber specific. But hopefully, all in all, I gave you guys a really good introduction to entrepreneurship, startups, cyber, hustling, social media, communication, marketing, the administration, all that stuff that really comes together. But, this is sort of like a kumbaya session, but, I'm happy to go around the room and, and have everyone speak. Before I get too emotional, but I'll go through top to bottom. Vizzle, over to you, man.
Yep, this has been a really great program. I was glad to gain the necessary experience, and I hope to continue with you in this journey to help you grow your business and to get it out to everyone, of course, start making some revenue. And yeah, I think I'll still be able to stick with you.
Yeah, I'd love to have you a part. As I said, I'm going to refocus, I think, some of the efforts to some of the major projects, the website and app, and go from there. All right, Layla.
Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed my experience over the past 12 weeks, learning social media and growing our platform, and being a support to everybody and getting to know everybody. Also, the in-person meeting was really good. I enjoyed the guest speakers. I'm excited to tag along and see the growth from this point on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm most happy for you to tag along. And you're not tagging along, you're contributing, with we're creating that community. And Layla, you touched on a really good point, is that we had our on-site mid-year. I found that as the most valuable session throughout the 12 weeks. I know we're going to have something this weekend, but we'll postpone it because someone on the call is busy. No names, but and we're going to have it the following weekend. How is everyone for that? Do we still want to do that? I'm most happy to get everyone together. We can talk about strategy for a little bit. I'm afraid that my rooftop pool is no longer open, but we can definitely get some pizza and maybe just write down some little bit more strategy pieces and open to suggestions. It's not locked in, but have some thought on that. You don't have to come back to me now, but I'd like to get your feedback if that's something that you'd commit to. All right, next on the list, Arjun.
Yeah, it was a great experience for me as well. Learned a lot of new things, and I want to continue with you.
Yeah, man, we spoke about this today. We had our one-on-one, and I was gobsmacked. I didn't realize it was 1 a.m. Over in North Macedonia, which means when we finished last night, it was 2:30, and the commitment that you've put in is next level. Yeah, I can't speak highly enough, so thank you. Adrian, and if you can talk.
Of course. How's everybody doing?
Killing it.
Good. How about you?
Amazing. I do want to say that this internship has, been really great meeting with you guys every day for 12 weeks. Right, it's a huge commitment. I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely want to continue with Mr. Rob and any of you guys that want to continue as well to keep on going, to finish what we started. I have no complaints. Really happy. Can't wait to put this on my resume. Right.
Yeah, really, really good point. Right. So a couple of takeaways for you guys. One, the reference that I'm going to put on you on LinkedIn. Work with me to try and tailor it to you so it's just not a carbon copy. Grab from the website what we sort of did about the OSINT research and hands-on labs experience, et cetera, and make sure your resumes are updated. It reminds me, I spoke to David over at Cyberbit. He gave his people over there a bit of a nudge. I'm yet to hear back from them, but you'll have my certificate of completion, his certificate, and things like that. I think from day one, the ultimate goal is really for me to bridge that gap between undergrad studies or wherever you are, even from high school, into that full-time employment role. All right, Ashley.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Well, last day, I felt great about the program. It was really amazing, and it was so great to get to know everyone, and as well as you. I've definitely watched a lot of videos on, how to be wealthy, how to be successful, and one of the number one things, they say it's like have a mentor, like someone who wants to guide you, and I know you're going to start mentoring us once, today's done, but you can definitely, I'm super grateful for the effort you've put into us. You've gotten so many people to come talk to us. You've all given us so much advice. And so, I'm taking away so much from you as a person and what you're doing and how you're doing it. You're like, I'm going to this program, or my friend who's in social media told me this. So it was really great to see you grow and have you help us grow along the way as well. I think it was great. This wasn't my first, work experience, but it was definitely probably the most enlightening and one that, I'll definitely carry with forever. And then also just from Cyber News Live in general, I'm currently working for what's the aftermath of a startup now. And so to see it from the very beginning now, it's been super, like I said before, enlightening and interesting. And it's a lot of like almost the dirty work. We see you, investing money into, like the merch or investing money into ads and stuff. So it's been really great to see, and it's been a great learning opportunity. But yeah, I have no complaints. Like Adrian said, it's been a great program. You did an amazing job. I think everyone else did an amazing job as well. And it was really great to see everyone come together and meet so many people as well. It has me thinking about maybe different career choices. And so, yeah, it's been great. I would love to continue with you since the first day you spoke with us and you told us what you were trying to do with Cyber News Live. Like, I wholeheartedly mean it when I say, okay, this is something that I believe that I know can take off because it has so much potential and you're the only one doing it. And yeah, I really believe in this.
Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, it's interesting, right? And I think having those core values, the mission and vision statements at the start, and just not drumming it into you, but just making sure that you're on the same page, really helps. So every time we came in, it's like, what is it? You're like, yes, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? It's to help the mum and pops out there. And as I said, if you help one person, that's a win in my books. It comes down to its most simplest form. But you're right. I don't think you see a lot of the stuff that happens behind the scenes where you do get down and dirty, where I am talking to potential investors. I'm trying to shake hands with meet the right person, trying to sell them an idea, a vision. It's fun, but you're probably going to speak to 100 people and you might get that one person who, it's like, well, that's a really cool idea and how's going to help. But I'm really happy that you've been able to see some aspect of it, and I hope that motivates you just to keep on pushing and that grind. A special thanks as well. I sent you a message and I'm like, Ashley, this is for you. I'm not doing it for me. This, and this. And so I was like, oh shit, that might have come across the wrong way. But I'm like, hey, let's get this across because in the end, it's only going to benefit you. And that's like for everyone on this call. It's like what I'm doing, it's going to benefit you. One of the major points is, for me, it's listening, having those listening skills, being quiet when you know that you could speak up and say something, but it's best to be quiet. So throughout your careers, it's great to speak up. It's great to be known, but it's also good just to listen and be quiet. So remember those skills. And as Mark touched on last night, intelligence. IQ is just a huge one, but now it's all EQ, that emotional intelligence, and how does that play out, and how do you adapt? And that's where you come down to be like a chameleon, and being able to speak to a C-level audience, or having interns like yourselves, being able to adjust that conversation for your audience. And hopefully you gained a lot out of that.
Yeah, also a little side note, I just got out of a meeting at work, but when I get home, I'm going to send you the presentation for the admin/operations plan. Yeah.
There are still some outstanding work that I'd like to complete, and I will follow that up. It's not like, hey, if you don't give it to me, I'm going to sack you. It's like, hey, we'll finish the 12-week course, and we can move on from there. But thanks, Ashley. I do appreciate
that. Thank you for believing in us and trusting you with, your baby, Cyber News Live. You're just growing it, so much appreciated.
Yeah, anytime. And I believe Dobrin, you're next.
Hello, everyone. It was a great experience, and I'm grateful to be a part of such a great team. And I would be proud to see how the Cyber News Live will be one of the largest newspaper or cyber news. And I want to continue. Yeah.
Oh wow! Everyone's saying that. So it's extremely humbling. And I think when I started, and I'll be honest with everyone here, I thought I may have had only one person come through for the whole program. You know, I want to say we've got 8 because of Pamela in Africa, and it's just so hard in the time zones. So I think once we do graduate, you know, please include her. Please give her a pat on the back. You know, we are a family, we are a community, so continue to do that. Adrian did send me over some news articles that we did today. Do you want me to share my screen?
Sure.
All right. Just quickly, let's finish up here. An email hacking scheme leads to the attempt of 13 million from Pennsylvania school district. Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy when I read that.
It is, right. And actually, you provided this article, so how did you receive it? Where'd you get it? You know, where'd you get it from? Was it like a feed in your news feed or a Google alert that you set up?
Yeah, I actually just got it off a Google alert, and it seemed to have happened yesterday evening that they reported it, because I read that this morning around 6ish.
Yeah. Well, schools is an afterthought as well, and we spoke about academias, and sometimes academias like to be a little bit less blasé about security, unless you are in security. Really cool article, and it's I love it that you've still got your Google alerts. Your Google alerts will follow you everywhere throughout your career, and you know, once you have that, you can find, you know, better sources to source your information. But you know, where we're at today, it's an amazing tool. All right, article is what to do right away if you click a phishing link. Do you know when you click a phishing link? How do you know? Or you don't know? All right, who can tell me what the steps are? All right, so it just goes to show when we do post the articles, we really have to back up the content, right? So you want to be a person who can speak on the authority of the topics. Keep that in mind. So when someone goes, hey, great article, you've liked it, but there's no comments, go that next step further. And it comes back to doing that open source intelligence research. You know, come up with a quick summary of what it is, why it's important, and what people should do about it. Is it just the 2 articles, or am I missing something? Oh, over 80% of the top websites leak user searches to advertise. You know, the word leak to me, just in the top heading of this article, gets me, because do they leak it? Do they advertently leak it? Do they advertently sell it? Or do they just sell it? You know, I don't know if it's a weakness within the cookies, how the website's designed, but it makes me think with our website that we're building, you know, we're going to add the search feature back in, and we've got to make sure that that sort of information is not getting out. Next. Oh, guys, did you read this article? So the New York City Housing Authority randomly sends tenants' private financial data to a reporter. This was incredible. Like, so through the Freedom of Information Act, a reporter was asked for certain information. Instead of getting the information he requested, he got all this tenants' private financial data. And you're like, you know, what a mess. It's incredible. But what you find is you'll find that you got your nation states, your cyber criminals, but non-malicious insider threat is just as incredibly dangerous. And by that I mean it's not, you're not going out there and putting a database externally facing online. It's not like you're going out there and sending an email with all company information. It's just human error. So your non-malicious insider threat, it's incredible. And when you're reading this article, you're just like, what was going on? Was this on a Friday afternoon? Was it end of the month? Why were they so busy? How could they, let this happen? But it's a great example of, that non-malicious insider threat. But, I highly suggest you read the article because it will just get you spinning. And you won't know what to say. But, well, Cyber Interns, let's call it a night. I'm really happy you're along for the journey. This weekend, I'm going to spend some time socializing the next steps, creating priorities. I've got all of your certificates. I was going to email them to you individually. Feel free to post them online, tag Cyber News, tag your colleagues. It's all about you getting your brand, your personal brand, and your reputation out there as well. Put your best foot forward on social media and represent yourself well. Yeah, Adrian, it's definitely bittersweet,
Yeah, it is bittersweet. I'm about to start tearing up over here.
I know, man. I know. 12 weeks, man, that's gone so quickly. I think my friends are thinking that I was mad. Hopefully, I've touched all of you in a certain way that, you won't forget this, and, you'll be able to bring this throughout your life. I wish I had you guys for a little bit longer to get into proper open source intelligence using, tools, data scraping, the deep and dark web. It's marvelous. Once you, start looking at it, it can be a little bit addictive, especially when you're looking at yourself or your own digital footprint and how you can clean that up or how you can communicate without leaving a digital footprint, all these types of things as well. But guys, in the journey of cyber, we haven't scratched the surface. In my 20 years, I haven't scratched the surface, right? Think of it as that iceberg. You've only got that little bit on the top and everything's below. When I say I'm a specialist, I can speak with authority. I can speak with, this much. I don't know everything out there. And, so if that's my attitude, you might have scratched one little tenth of my scratch type of thing, right? The journey is going to take you around the world. You're going to meet a lot of people. My recommendation is to, do something I do is open your arms, coach, mentor, help that next person, because I think I'm 20 years your senior. It's the next generation of people who are going to be, needing help. They're going to need assistance to get in. So be very unselfish, give up your time, answer questions, ask questions, and I wish you all the best. But this is a wrap of the official 2022 Cyber News Live internship, and I'd like to thank you, and I'm signing off.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
We're meant to be, woohoo, where's the champagne? Whoa! All right, guys, I'll reach out to you as well to find out if, not this weekend, the following, if you guys want to do it on-site, we can organize that for those in the area. All right, guys, once again, thank you, and I'll be chatting to everyone individually. All right, bye for now.
Take care. Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.